All right, y'all. Welcome back, man. It's your boy D Friend.
Boy, B Neil was
We back.
goody.
We back. We back. We back. We back. Tonight, episode of your podcast. Got a couple things to get into. Got a couple things to discuss as well. Let me go ahead and tweet this out real quick before we get started.
White,
Before
we
we
on
get
white people
started.
time? We late in the
I
bitch.
thought we late, but fuck it, we here. Anyways, I talked about the little bit of the Rolling Stones list earlier today. Me and Bryce will talk about it as well. Bryce want to talk about Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan. We'll discuss that as well. And probably a plethora of other things along the way as we just, get into topics of conversation tonight on the show. So before we get in that, make sure you not subscribed already. I'm about to start uploading the audio again on SoundCloud. I don't know why I wasn't doing it, but I'm about to start doing it. I was being lazy. We was getting hella numbers on there, so I don't know why the fuck I wasn't uploading on there. But I'm about to start uploading on there once again. So
They probably think we don't even do shit no more.
they probably like, these niggas don't even podcast. They ain't uploading them for 10 weeks. But we here. Late night. So we want to dive into first. We're gonna dive into the list. Because then you had some Twitter discrepancies about the list. Obviously, we probably know what the biggest discrepancy. I mean, it was my biggest discrepancy as well when I was looking through the
How
list.
many people in here right now?
Four people.
Oh, yeah, we can get into it. We can get into
Four
it.
people.
Let's say that one. Let's say that. I think that's gonna be the most interesting topic.
Okay, you can say that.
Well, one of the most interesting topics. Let's
So
say
what
that.
do you got about Lori Harvey? What's up? What Lori Harvey do? What's wrong with her?
Well, honestly, all this is shit speculated. First of all, let's start there. But supposedly they got, what do you even call it, divorce? They broke up.
They boyfriend and girlfriend broke up.
Yeah, they broke up, but he engaged to her, and apparently she wasn't ready. So Michael B. Jordan decided to part ways. I've heard that he the one that broke up with her. But as far as what she did wrong, I think she's stupid.
Yeah.
Out of all the men she's dated, when is she's gonna decide to change her mentality? I don't think she's just gonna flip this switch. It's clear that she sees men as some fun things to deal with, but I think once you kind of build that idea of dudes and using them as utilities and things like that, you kind of you don't really flip mentalities from that later on. But that's just my perspective. Maybe she ended up getting married. Maybe I'm wrong. But besides that, I don't really think what she did was too crazy considering her character in the past. She literally dated a dude and then his father, which is P. Diddy and his son, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, from what I heard, what I saw, yeah, she dated the Combs, one of them. I think the one that played football, and then she also was fucking around with Diddy for a little bit. I just don't get, I'm not here to call people hoes and whores and all these things like that. But it's usually this girl, she might have some daddy issues, right? When they run around these things like that, right? Steve Harvey's her daddy. Your daddy's like Steve Harvey. So why are you finagling? I just don't get you like to be low key, because she's not really as far as the women we see on social media, she's not all the way out there. You don't see her making videos. You don't really hear her talk too much. You don't really see her post a lot, but she's famous for dating a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't get that. I just don't get it.
Yeah,
dating Trey Songz and then dating Future. That's one thing, because people date. That's who her circle is. She's famous. Well, she's famous to Jace because Steve Harvey's famous. But the daddy thing, that's something you can really kind of dive into the mentality of that. But when you have a Michael B. Jordan, you would think that he's in the same realm as what people on social media would consider like I said, I don't know him personally, just looking at what we can see, could be like a Russell Wilson type of person, right? He's nice guy, seemingly a nice guy, got his shit together.
I get what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with the comparison, but I would think people assume he has more charisma, more confidence, would be more fun to date. From what I think, that's what I think women would think if they was to look at Russell Wilson or have the option between Russell or Michael B. Jordan. I think they'll pick Michael B. Jordan because he looks more fun. I don't know, but I get what you're saying though. They both come off as good guys and shit like that. But
yeah.
What else you was saying?
But no, I just don't. I mean, and nobody has to want to get married. If she don't want to get married right now, I mean, I'm not even going to sit there. No, you must marry Michael B. Jordan because he's I don't know what's going on. Because if you see what Steve Harvey was saying and you seen what the mama was saying, they were saying some other shit it was something deeper than we know. my daughter almost got trapped into some bullshit. Like there's some behind the scenes, like kind of making it seem like, not saying Michael B. Jordan was a bad guy, but saying that their situation wasn't the
most
greatest what
perfect.
we saw on
So, yeah,
social media.
I seen a very short snippet of Ricky Smiley's show, and they said he was seen with a white woman somewhere while they were supposedly dating. But hey, what comes with the territory? Now, let me not start. But I just to speak on what you
I
said
mean, you got
earlier,
on Tyler Hero girl ass. You said she's a dummy.
Tyler Hero.
Yeah, you cheating on the girl. You used to be saying shit on Twitter. You know who you talking about?
Refresh my memory.
Tyler Hero got a baby mama. He cheated on the baby mama. The baby mama left. You said that she. Who does she think he is? He's a basketball player with millions of whatever the fuck you was saying.
Yeah. No, yeah, she's crazy. Because all honesty, what's the best she gonna get? Like she gonna get better than Michael B. Jordan?
What the best for her isn't a financial thing. What the best for her? Like I just want a mother who's loyal to me, who loves me. I don't care about the money. Or I don't care about like me.
Her dating history shows she don't care about the money.
I'm not talking about Lori Harvey. I'm talking about the other girl.
Well, referring to her, I don't know how deep the situation is, but I'm assuming so. The baby mama was upset. I mean, nigga, you got a kid with him. I'm pretty sure raising a kid in that household and you understanding that may happen from time to time is way more productive than you trying to take him away from his daddy that's highly fucking successful. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just being realistic.
So if you had a daughter and she said, "Hey, Dad, I'm married or I'm dating this NBA guy, and he's cheating on me," you be like, "Stay with him"?
To what level?
I wouldn't. I'd be like, "Fuck that nigga." I say, "Fuck him."
I would ask to what level is he doing it on? Like, and what's his intention with her?
What's the different levels? Like, it's like you
because they could just be boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, he could just
she might get a little jump off. Like, he's not really.
That's why I'm like really they boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, they could be dating. Like, that could be the beginning. Like, are y'all 10 years into the relationship and he cheated maybe once in the last 2 years or something? And he's still successful? I don't care. But if you talking about, he cheating on you 2-3 years, I mean, not even 2-3 years in, a few months into it, it's like, well, yeah, I mean, what the fuck you expect the nigga to be only got eyes for you?
My only thing with that whole situation I said on social media, you know how the guys, they like, people want retweets, right? So they're like, why would he cheat on this right here? And I was looking at him like, bro, he goes to multiple cities throughout the year. Like, she's not nothing, like, she's not an ugly chick, but like, you don't think he could find that everywhere? He literally plays in Miami. That's probably everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, she's cute, yeah, maybe like a normal motherfucker on Twitter, like, I'd never see girls like that walking around. He probably sees that shit walking out of his penthouse every day. Like, it's just like, it's nothing to him.
And I'm not going to coddle my daughter. I'm going to tell her the dangers that she's playing when you deal with someone of that level, of that, with those options. They going to have a different mentality. And either you, like Kevin said best, life about trade-offs. You want a great lifestyle. You want a whatever that makes you happy. Then can you be okay with certain trade-offs? Because almost every uber successful man tends to have a time where they may slip or two. Even when like Kevin Hart, super faithful. I don't think these dudes are bad fathers or bad husbands. Like, that's what I think. I just think it's more like it's a normal and natural thing for them to do that. But it's toxic, or you should leave. Like, do I think Kevin Hart girl should leave him? No, I don't. I just don't. Like, now, when you start getting sloppy, when stuff keep coming out, when you embarrassing her in public,
pregnant and you wilding out,
that's a whole nother story. But like, when it's something that you may know, when you being nosy or something, and you know whatever. But I think it's ways that you can go about it. And I honestly, it's not cheating when you have that understanding. It's cheating when you're going behind people's back, lying to them, manipulating them, making them think it's one way and it's not. I think that's cheating. But when I feel like you go into the relationship knowing that's going to be a possibility, I can't call that cheating.
Oh, damn, I just seen your tweet about Drake dropping on Friday, possibly. Oh, shit.
We got that. I knew it was something.
If Drake drop on Friday, all that Mr. Morale shit, y'all ain't going to forget about it. We don't give a fuck about that.
Boys gonna be losing morale.
That shit out of there. We ain't even worry about that shit no more. Send that shit to the back of the bus. Like I said, it's not a bad album.
Boys gonna be light steppers
and shit like that. It's a good prize. It's okay. Like, But like, let's be honest. If Drake drop on Friday, who gonna give a fuck about Mr. Morale in the big city? Let's be honest. Nobody. I love the art, bullshit motherfuckers. But
That's fucking hilarious.
But
Nah, I said it, bro. Drake gonna make that nigga disappear for another 5. I'm dead.
Scratching the motherfucking head, like, what the fuck do I do to get these people to fuck?
Ack would have said something. Nah, that would be crazy. If he W dick ride, it's not dick riding. That's the truth. Hey, bro, if Drake drop on Friday,
Wardu knows that if Drake drops, he ain't gonna give a fuck about Mr. Morale. He's a Drake fan. I saw his list of with him and his homeboys. Did they list? I told him and his homeboys. Let's read the
yeah, we can get into the list.
Let's get to the list.
Was nasty. Hey, shout
out to Mic Drop Podcast.
That's fucking hilarious. Come on, Golden State. Y'all bullshitting. Y'all was down 5.
Let's see, where Wardu? Let me go to Wardu page real quick. I mean, like I told him, I said they're not bad lists. They're just like the prototypical like lists.
No, some people's lists were bad.
Okay, let me see.
Nigga, Kendrick being number 1 is fucking insane.
Oh, Kendrick was number 1?
Oh, somebody.
He got this wide body ass list. Where the list at, Wardu?
He sent it to me on Instagram. I'm gonna have to pull it up for myself.
Oh yeah, they had one. They had Run DMC at the top on one of them.
Yeah. Some of them lists was nasty. I ain't gonna lie.
Like that's a reach. That's like a reach. Like that's like I want to look like. Come on, bro. You ain't fucking listening to Run DMC.
He sent that shit on Twitter. I'm trying to figure it out.
Here you go.
All right, yeah, I found it. You want me to send it to you?
I got it.
All right, man.
Right here. So let me go through something. Okay, so Wardu has Drake, Kanye, Jay-Z, Wayne, Eminem, 50, Nas, Biggie, Tupac, and Kendrick. That's like a typical list you would people would do that list, right? That's kind of typical.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not big on Eminem and Nas being top 10, but I understand it.
And then the next guy,
especially over Biggie and Tupac, I don't know about that one.
The next guy is Ooch. I think that's how you pronounce it, Ooch. He got Tupac, Jay-Z, Wayne, Kanye, Kendrick, Drake, Cole, Meek, Thug, and Chief Keef. Chief Keef, top 10 all time?
Thug being top 10 is crazy, too.
Thug, top 10 all time? Are you crazy?
I love
Maybe he just got a Rico. Maybe he just got a Rico. I don't know. Maybe that's why you're going with that one.
I love Meek, but that being top 10 crazy.
Then Mac's list was crazy. Mac had Run DMC at number 1. I didn't get to finish watching the whole thing, so I didn't get to see him get to the number 1s and see his reasoning, but I really got to go back and listen to his reasoning for putting Run DMC at number 1. They got Nas, Biggie, Wayne, DMX, Kanye, Drake, Future. They got Pop Smoke. Rest in peace, but come on, dog. And then Lil Durk at number 10.
I don't want to hear shit about my musical taste ever again from anybody. These the niggas you hang out with, Wardu.
Nigga had Run DMC at number 1.
And then K9 putting Kendrick at number 1 to me is crazy.
Well,
putting them over Kanye.
People think that, we've been seeing millions of these lists, these albums lists. We saw that one album list. They had 3 Kendrick albums in the top 5 for the entire 2020s or 2010s.
Oh wait, he said is he paying for promo?
Is he paying for promo? Shit, he should be. Hey, give me some money. Shit. Trell hating. Trell wants to talk about his car and his speakers and shit like that. Trell got some new speakers, y'all. He got a Rick and Morty beatbox or whatever he got on his damn speakers. I don't know, he got some shit on there.
Now, I get what you're saying. People put him in this, mystical place, but let's be real. Putting him over Kanye is fucking crazy. Yeah, putting him over Tupac, it's crazy. Putting him over Drake, Wayne, and Jay-Z is fucking crazy.
I can even understand, like, younger people not putting Biggie and Tupac on their list. Like, I wouldn't even be mad at that. Like, they're great, but I wouldn't be mad if they didn't put them on there. I wouldn't be mad at that. I just didn't know Rick Ross nowhere on no list. I said, I don't know what the fuck going on. Y'all ain't got no Ross nowhere. I'm definitely putting Corday high. All right, we off, y'all. You talking about Corday, we off, y'all. We off, y'all, man. So I don't know. The Lori Harvey shit, that's whatever. With celebrities, they break up all the time. They get back together. He cheated. She cheated. She want money. He got money. Steve Harvey got money. I don't know. They all got money. I don't know. I don't know.
It's a rich nigga shit. But
more
I
debates
just
going
don't.
on here.
I'm curious that, like, from a Michael B. Jordan perspective, what did he kind of expect from someone that had that like history? Like, I don't know.
I mean, it was good. However long they was with each other, probably like, hey, it's a good time going. Maybe he just thought, eventually it was gonna be a long time. There's plenty of women we see now that's married to people that was probably wilding out in their younger days, and now they just settled down. I don't think that there's like, like I think you said earlier, you said like you don't think people could change. Like if you was a hoe, you'd probably be a hoe forever. Some shit you said like a couple of weeks ago when we was discussing this.
I mean, for the most part, I said there are exceptions, and I'm when you're doing it at this level, dudes paying buying you shit like I just don't see where someone like that will stop when she's being benefited for being like that. We talk about rappers and shit getting paid for being degenerates, not to the same level, but she just literally like
But even for
women
her,
glorify her and
but
all
even
type
for
of shit.
her, she don't even need her daddy, Steve Harvey. It's like for the money aspect, it's like she got Steve. She don't even really need the rappers because she got her daddy. Stepdaddy or not, he's still breaking the bag off either way it go.
No, I understand that, but she's like that's not going.
It's like if she don't feel the need to marry, like some girls would jump at the chance to marry Michael B. Jordan. They're like,
I
he
see what
got
you're saying.
money, he got this, he fine, he whatever. Her, she's like, yeah, he look good, but I wouldn't say independent because you still like Steve Harvey's paying for what he's footing the bill. But no, I'm good. I don't need that right now. Or maybe the way the mama and Steve Harvey alluding to shit, he cheated on her, and it's like, well, fuck you, girl. You got options. Fuck him.
No, I get that point, and like I said, she probably could find someone else, but just looking at her dating history, I don't think she's interested in settling down. So, and I think regardless of how much money Steve Harvey got, if she wants to do it, she gonna want to do it to have some type of level of clout and money. I don't think she's just gonna
Well,
settle
no, I don't think
with
she's
a
gonna date a guy who doesn't have money.
yeah. And for my thing is like, who are you gonna find in a better package? I don't know him personally, but as far as like level of clout, level of fame, level of all that, like I just don't. Maybe he don't have to be as rich as him. Maybe he don't have to have as much clout as him. Maybe she can do that. It's possible.
Yeah, she can find a. She can fucking like date Jordan Poole and be all right. Like fuck it. I mean, like, he's on the rise. He's on the come up. You know what I'm saying? But like I said,
Nah, she's
she'll be all
definitely
right.
young enough. She's definitely young enough. But it's more often than not, like we see Vivica K. Fox. They end up being 57 years old and went through a string of men, and they never could settle down because they just never got that mentality. Like these type of women feel like, oh, I'm on top of the world. They better than almost every man that they're gonna come across, and it's hard for them to humble themselves because who's gonna humble a black woman, especially a beautiful black woman? Like, what do you mean? A black woman gonna support her, black men gonna
A
support her.
goddamn prince from the Saudi Arabia. That's who the fuck gonna do it.
You
They
think
don't
that'll
fuck
humble
around.
her?
Man, them niggas don't give a fuck over there. I've been watching documentary after documentary for the last couple days on them damn Saudi Arabian princes. Man, they'll send her, get your bitch ass back to the USA, girl. You don't come over here with that bullshit. This is the Prince of Saudi Arabia. I'm about to go on a tangent because I've been watching these documentaries and I've been so interested in this. He bought a Da Vinci painting for $450 million. He bought a house, he bought a castle from King Louis the 14th for $500 million. These niggas got gold-plated Bugattis, $10 million. This one guy has a $100 million car collection
That means he just spent $1 billion on two things
on
down
two
there.
things. The Saudi royal family is worth altogether $1.4 trillion. So I mean, it's like it's nothing. It's like whatever.
That's 999 billions.
It's
That's
it's
crazy.
nothing. It's
They have
nothing.
they have hundreds of
They have
thousands of
unlimited
billions.
money. Unlimited,
You know how much a fucking trillion is?
bro. They're unlimited wealth. They do not care.
They play with billions like billionaires play with millions.
The palace that the Saudi king lives in was 600. No, what was it? Six or $700 million. She got 1,000 rooms. It is 250,000 square feet. Think about your normal house. It's about 2,500 square feet. They got 250,000 square feet. It's nothing. It's play money. So she go around them niggas. They're like, girl, your daddy Steve Harvey. How much he worth? 300, girl? Get the fuck out of here. Going back to Daddy Steve. Go ahead, get up out of here. What does this mean? Paired.
Yeah, I never seen this before.
Oh, he must be watching on your YouTube channel or something.
Damn, you could do that.
I
Oh, I
guess.
get what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
The women that want the family life choose the family life. The hoes that want the hoes play with the field till they're 50. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it though. So that's why I got on that tangent of the Lori. I seen one video you had posted about some girl, not one of the psychologists or one of the physics,
Nuclear physicist.
whatever. Like, I mean, but even with that though, like I don't know her reasoning,
That
but
nigga
just
was
cause,
born.
yeah, just because he's successful don't mean she got to be like, I gotta date this guy if he's
Yeah.
a fucking
Bro, this nigga
loser.
was born. This nigga, so he's know he about to be on the interview. The interview cut on. Like he was reading a book. Oh, I was just reading this book. He was like, oh really? Like nigga acting surprised, like he ain't know he was about to
Like,
get
he
on the
know, but
interview.
you're a neurophysicist, brother. You know what you're doing. Your day is planned out, brother. You know what you're
And
about to do.
then the nigga led into basically saying, and he's going to be a nuclear physicist for the military. Like he got a job to be. It wasn't like he got a degree for it. So even then, like the title was a little clickbaity to a certain degree. But now he was just very boring, bro. He led with like she said, tell me about yourself. And he literally went into like, oh yeah, I used to do kung fu or some shit like that. And that was cool. Then he went right into, well, yeah, then I was in pharmacy. I didn't really like pharmacy, but I did good in pharmacy. And then I ended up going to another job. And but he wasn't talking about nothing like talking about like his character or personality or just telling where he from. He didn't tell really shit about himself, or just about jobs that he worked for and shit like that.
Yeah.
And bro, that's boring. Like I knew she was gonna say he was boring because it was my first time watching it. And I was like, I can see where she's going with this.
Yeah.
From the jump. So I think people jump into conclusions, but I 100% agree. Like, what does that say about women? What does that say about how people gonna look at the relationship? This is like, if it's directly based off, oh, he's a nuclear physicist, so she should be turned on. It's like it's too many other dynamics that play into relationships besides finances.
Yeah. But yeah, I just seen that going on. I didn't know too much about it. So you want to hop into this list?
Yeah.
All right, let's hop into this list. So, do you want to go through the list, or you got like key points you want to like kind of see?
I don't know. Let's go through it. Let's go through it. It's only like 10.
It's 20. It's 200.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's a top 200 of all time.
I thought it was a top 10.
No, it's a top 200.
The list I seen it was only 10. That's why I ain't know. That was just the top 10 of the 20. Ray Sherman.
Stream Life coming in at 152 hip hop albums of all time. I think we had them as what, like a decent. Do we do albums, right?
Yeah. We did albums.
We had them in like an all right category. So I mean, then we got Lil Nas X here at 151. I don't know if that's better than Stream Life or better than.
We talking about rap or what? What is this?
It is top 200. I think it's top 200 hip hop, the best hip hop albums of all time.
How is Lil Nas X hip hop?
I mean, let's see what they say. He took a year and a half after his hip hop master stroke. That's kind of like sus. Like that's like these articles that do these names and shit like that. Who's the GOAT? Who is it? They always come here and do some gay shit. But anyways, whatever. What was it? But the thrilling Lil Nas X rapped about his up and coming, bought on Jack Harlow. Paired up with Meg Thee Stallion on the crunked up, camped up dollar sign slime, and explored his own struggles and insecurities, mixing the southern rap tradition of his native Atlanta with the post Drake era sense. What? Gave his outsized gestures a relatable gravity. See, this is what I'm saying. Some people just be saying shit like,
y'all gonna stop comparing my goat to niggas that's average.
Like, bro, what are we talking about? We're just saying shit.
Oh, that's a crazy statement.
What happened?
I'm laughing at the Drake-esque shit.
The Drake-esque fucking. Let me do 100. I don't want to do fucking all 250 of these hoes. Oh, was that 150? Okay. The Roots. DJ Screw. Okay. I let DJ Screw love in there. Run the Jewels too. Cool J. So when I've been scrolling through this, I haven't seen no. I'm sure they're on it. They got to be. I ain't seen no J. Cole. I only seen one Drake, and that was Take Care at 11. but that was the only time. They got the City Girls at 138.
This is a
That's
nasty list.
I don't like see I don't know their criteria. Like, is your criteria like impact? Do you think like, oh, the impact of this album for their career personally was like this is their statement, or like even like Doja Cat playing at her, like it's not to show on Doja Cat. I think Doja Cat's talented, but like 136, Rick Ross is like Teflon Don's all the way at 135. Like Tupac Me Against the World is 134. Like even to have it that like Tupac being that close to the City Girls is kind of
That's
like that's
fucking
kind of crazy.
nasty.
Okay, J. Cole is way down here with 2014 at 132.
Not too far from a City Girls performance.
The crazy, I didn't see any J. Cole on here when I was doing it. So to see J. Cole at 132 and to know they got To Pimp a Butterfly at 5.
I haven't seen Wayne. I haven't seen Mac Miller. I haven't seen Wiz.
Wayne's in the 20s.
But it should have been. It should have been multiple Wayne. It should have been. I haven't seen like it's a lot of niggas I should expect to been seen.
They got. Oh my god, they got J. Cole. Some people say arguably his best album, right? With J. Cole, Forest Hills Drive. They got Playboy Cardi, Whole Lot of Red at 129. And I remember people saying when this album first came out, it was horrible. I need to know the criteria of this list. Like, what is the criteria?
The criteria is we don't listen to music. That's the criteria. This is like a person judging basketball purely off analytics.
Bro, they got, if you're reading this too late, all the way at 125. What the fuck? Trail, we're not falling for the bullshit. We're having a fun conversation. This is just fun. I'm not really that mad about it. It's just fun. Anyways, Speaker Box and Love Below, Soul of Mischief, Nerd in Search of a Tribe Called Quest. So they think Barter 6 is better if you're reading this is too late. 2014 Forest Hills Drive. I just don't.
That's not nasty because that's Young Thug's best performance, probably.
That's still nasty. That ain't better than them those.
No, I understand it, but it's a lot of albums missing. It's a lot of projects missing. I haven't seen any crit. It's a lot of projects, bro. To say that we throwing this like this make me want to be a music like breakdowner because like my guy. All the analysts are either dick riding or don't know music. And I feel like there is a good space for being like having your own thought form. Yeah, Thug Motivation. That's pretty good.
101, baby. I like that.
That's how you know these niggas just don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But yeah, I think there's a space for niggas that have their own opinion about good music and actually know music. Because what's going on right now in front of us is we're witnessing something nasty.
There go Wayne right there, number 2.
But even then,
Wayne not number 2, at number 99.
Wayne has so many projects. What are we doing? Please, Bryce, please don't break down, boy. What you mean? What you mean? Jeezy on the right spot in the list. You crazy as hell.
Crazy as hell. I'm trying to see if they got any more. I'm not seeing any more like what the fucks because I've seen like I believe I've seen 50 to 1, but I don't think I've seen like the 80. Azalea Banks broke with expensive 78. 78. Watch the Throne is right below that at 77. I talk about the Meg Thee Stallion is at 75. Meg Thee Stallion's album is better than Watch the Throne. And better than Watch the Throne. Now that I've seen a lot of at the top, better than Watch the Throne. Better than If You're Reading This Too Late. Better than 2014 Forest Hills Drive.
When you that's crazy when you think about that. No, Megan, I'm sorry. You had a good start to your career, but fuck no.
The Fugees, the score is at 70. Remember, we did that reaction to this. We love this album. And it's all the way down to 70.
Yeah, this should be a lot higher.
I don't know, man. It's a mix. Like, we got Get Rich or Die Trying at 64.
This list better start getting the strongest fuck.
Scarface. Kendrick Lamar's Damn is at 60. Notorious B.I.G. Life After Death is at 59.
That may be nasty.
Ice Cube.
Beastie Boy.
Beastie Boy, that's like that. That's that shit. That's like that. That's that flying low shit, you know. Yeah, boy, put with the bricks and not with the shit. He like that shit.
Putting that on top and putting a Beastie Boy that high is crazy to me.
Migos Culture, okay. We got some new
That's
age.
that's
54.
nasty.
The
That's
College
nasty.
Dropout, 52.
Migos Culture being that high is nasty. I ain't gonna
Culture,
lie to you.
we had it as a classic.
The lower classic.
We had it as a classic. What you mean had it as nasty?
Top 50 is ridiculous.
You
It's
can't
too
even
many.
name 50 albums right now.
Maybe not. From what I've seen, that's 9 to 50. That's crazy. Deshaun Watson. I really don't know too much about it.
I don't even care. Like, if that nigga still playing football, he get massaged every 2 months with 50 different. I don't know what to say about shit like that. I think they already went through like the girls and debunk shit and
It's a
did all
civil
that type of
case.
shit.
So at the end of the day, if it's not criminal, just they don't have enough proof. I know.
And
that
then
for a fact.
it's like he just a nasty nigga. Like if he's running around saying, "Hey, ladies, you stick your finger." From what they're saying, you stick your finger in my butt. Like he is a weird, like he is a weird, freaky dude. I don't know.
Mm.
Dr. Dre, The Chronic is 40. Carter 3 is 39.
Every Wayne project should have been on. Like certain artists, every project should have been on here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying, like, how am I only getting the 2 Wayne albums or projects so far? It's ridiculous.
He said they not ADOS. Look at your boy right here, number 32, getting nice on him, boy.
That's ridiculous.
Number 32 for you. I wanted you to see that one. Let's see Bryce see this one and see what he got.
He said respectfully different those fight words. They ain't
African descendants of slaves.
And they brought that feminine to the game. What are you talking about?
The Beastie Boys. I said that's his shit.
Oh.
A lot of people fuck with Chief Keef. I'm just surprised like by people like real like, yeah, that's where he should be. I'm like
over J. Cole, over Drake. No.
Nicki Minaj, the Pink Print.
Another Beastie Boys.
Beastie Boys they got a couple in there. Tupac,
That's
All
crazy.
Eyes on Me is number 29.
I should have seen at least 5 Drake projects by now, and I haven't. I'm so confused.
Outkast, Reasonable Doubt, Eminem, Nas.
So you telling me if you're reading this, it's too late, and Take Care is the only thing on
the
here?
only two Drake albums from what I've seen.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Lil Wayne, The Drought 3. You think the Drought 3 is Wayne's best project? That's the highest he gets. That's the highest he goes. That's the highest he gets.
Who made this shit? Who would even put that? I'm so fucking confused. My mind is like literally confused. I don't know if they meant to do this on purpose. I'm pretty sure they did. Like this has to be an all-time troll.
What you think about Future at 20?
That's crazy.
That's crazy?
Dirty Sprite 2 being top 20 is crazy probably. I don't know. Like you said, I got to sit down and jot down 20 albums. But when I look at some of the other albums, like it's competing with, like, if you're reading this too late, it's competing with Forest Hill Drive for sure. But if them hoes way in the 70s and that hoe in the 20s, like, what are we talking about? Either those should be higher or that one should be further back.
We got Lil Kim Hardcore.
That's what I'm saying. If we're going to put mixtapes on here, how the fuck is that the one that gets put on here?
Yeezus. Cardi B. 16 from Cardi B. We see it on the last list. Whoever list was reacting to that one time, they had Go Say Losing right now. We had Cardi. They had Cardi B before Take Care, before all that other shit. I don't know if this is an industry thing. Like, hey, we want to be in Cardi B's good graces. She's super viral. She's super, like, you know, she brings a lot of eyes. She brings a lot of attention. I don't know if that's what this is. It's not the shit on Cardi B necessarily, because if you look at it, like, are we looking at like hits? Like, this album does have a lot of gold and platinum singles, but 16 all time? That's crazy.
No, that's utterly ridiculous. I can't think of any Drake project that's worse than that album.
Yeah. Dr. Dre, Clips, Drake Take Care is 11. And then we got the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, which you love. That's a great album as well. I love it too. Tribe Called Quest, Wu-Tang Clan, Missy Elliott. I was surprised. I know Missy like from her videos and the bags and all that shit she was doing, but I didn't know that people regard it as a top 7 album of all time.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Kanye, I agree. Well, I don't agree with this being 6, but I agree with this is probably Kanye, in my opinion, my favorite album, at least from Kanye West.
Yeah, but where's Life of Pablo? Where's the one with Love Lockdown? Like, what the fuck are we doing?
808 and Heartbreaks wasn't on there. Yeah, 808 and Heartbreaks wasn't on there. I don't think so.
Like, fuck, where? Like, put Donda on the list. God damn, nigga. From shit that I seen on this motherfucker, what are we talking about? Like, I shit on Donda, but if we talking about some of the albums in here being the top 200, Donda's top 200. So one thing I've noticed, like, they talking about Curry being top 10, right? I'm like, damn, it really haven't been that many eras of players because, I mean, think about it. I mean, it's not hard to get in that top 10 for Curry to do it so early, I think, or just do it in general. Because you would think being in the top 10 is almost impossible.
Yeah.
Is that how it is with rap? Like, when niggas put Kendrick at the top, the fact that could even be possible, is that just meaning that we're so early in the genre?
I think that's just because, like, it's so many people doing it. And only a few really, this is my opinion, I really stand out. That the fact that to people he stands out in his era, and I feel like Kendrick, if he, like, it's one of those things, like, if Kendrick was in the 90s, he would still excel. You know what I'm saying? It's like he could blend through eras if he wanted to. That's how good he is. So I feel like that's why they push him so hard to be like this top tier guy, which I do think he's a top tier guy, but not the way that the blogs and the people like to make him out to be. Because like I always say, replay value plays a big role in my musical thought process. Because at the end of the day, music is entertainment, and do you want to keep listening to it? That's like the nook and cranny of it.
To add to that, the 90s and even early 2000s, the music just doesn't age as well, and that's a big part of being with music. So I think a lot of the takes about our artists maybe being better, maybe like what do you call it when like recency bias or whatever. Because it's like it's like being for real. How can you truly compare Jordan and LeBron because they play 2 different games or they're asked to have different roles? And it's similar. Like, how can you judge our era of music versus their era of music when it's a whole different game? I think if we are to do it, it's more off impact. And even then, some artists should be standing the test of time. And I think that's really the truth. Like, if your shit can stand the test of time, bro, I think
it even goes to that conversation that we were listening to, or what did I share to you from? I know they'd be with Charlamagne. I forgot their names, but like they was doing their podcast, and it was like, who got the best five album run? And they was only like, we can only really name Kendrick and Kanye, and the fact that we're even mentioning Kendrick's name with Kanye just shows how great that Kendrick Lamar is. I'm like, 5 album run. So what do y'all name? Okay, so if you're saying what you're saying, Section 80, Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, Untitled, Damn, or maybe you take out Untitled, Damn, and Mr. Morale. You talking about those 5? Versus like, I'll just use Drake as example. Thank Me Later, Take Care, Nothing Was the Same. If you're reading this, Views, like you think those, like I said, me personally, I don't. Or even J. Cole. Like, talking about like Sideline Story, Born Sinner, 2014 Forest Hills Drive, 4 Years Eyes Only. I look at 4 Years Eyes Only the same I look at like To My Butterfly. Like, it's like just whatever. So those would be the same. And then KOD versus Mr. Morale, if you just want to do the recent ones in the offseason, like, why are you throwing this guy just automatically into the Kanye conversation?
Lil Wayne, there's so many other dudes you can name with. We talk about Tech Day 5 run.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Niggas Public Enemy, Jay-Z The Blueprint, Outkast, Stankonia, and the number 1, Notorious B.I.G., Ready to Die. So, I get it. I don't have a problem with B.I.G. being number 1. That's a great album. So, I mean, I can, Like I said,
It's
it's like there's
no
no
Nipsey. It's
no
it's a no
Crenshaw
lot of shit, bro.
Crenshaw was 198. There's no
No
victory lap.
victory lap.
I don't think I've seen any Meek Mill at all. One Rick Ross. I don't think I see any 2 Chainz. How is the documentary not on here? Now I could be wrong. Maybe it's in the 200, but I didn't see the documentary. Y'all think that Finally Rich and All Shit's better than the documentary? When you start thinking of artists, you're saying, "Hey, how are they not on this list?" You got to kind of look like, bro, how is the documentary not on here? Like, how is, if you have like Shrimp Life, and you will have Montero, and you will have the City Girls, you will have Meg Thee Stallion, like I said, from what we was just looking at, I didn't see Based on a True Story on there. That's 2 Chainz, you say his classic. That's not on there.
Man, True Religion better than most of the projects that we name.
It's just, different strokes for
those people who don't listen to music. They listen to opinions. They listen to popularity contest.
trends.
Because it's no fucking way you can be listening to music from the eras that they named.
I see no Ludacris.
Come on.
No Nelly. Now, when you say whatever about Nelly, I ain't see no Nelly.
And we're talking top 200. Bring these niggas up.
I ain't see no Nelly. Who else?
Busta Rhymes?
Like I said, maybe they're in the one. I actually no, because I went from the 200s before I started. I didn't see them anywhere. Like, they're nowhere to be found.
And there's many other artists that we haven't named. Did you say T.I.?
T.I. was on there. Trap Music was on there. But it was only one. Just one album from T.I. was on there.
No Pimp C, no UGK.
UGK was on there.
Okay.
Was on there. There was like 20s, I think. There's like 25, 26, something like that. That was there.
No, it's a lot of artists.
No Zero, no Slim Thug, no Paul Wall, no Mike Jones. Even he had his run. And then no newer guys, right? No Lil Babies, no NBA Youngboys, no Rod Waves, no, no. Because some of the albums, I ain't even fucking heard of them all. It's from new people. I know they're new, but I don't even know them. But it's like, if you go put the City Girls on there, if you go put the City Girls on there, you gonna have no Lil Baby on there. You gonna have no Lil Durk on there. Like, what are we really?
There's no way. There's no way, bro. That list is shitty as fuck.
Like, bro,
throw that bitch down the toilet.
Hold on, let me go on here real quick. Like, I know Wardu's so surprised there's no YB and Cordae. Where's YB and Cordae at?
Lil Baby should have at least 3.
No, not
because what's the Purple album?
The Purple
when he
album.
on the mountain, sitting on the side of the mountain.
That's my turn.
My turn. I'm putting. If we talking about some of the shit that got put in here,
my turn should be on. My turn. Lil Durk should be on there.
Put Lil Durk and Lil Baby shit on there. If we talking about comparing some of the shit that's on there, put that shit on there.
No Moneybagg Yo album on there. No Kevin Gates. I didn't see Isla on there. No Kevin Gates.
It don't matter. They had next gen niggas on here, or niggas even if they not next gen, you can't say that Ray Sherman is. Music was 10 times better than something that you got on My Turn. Like, Lil Baby shit was still comparable or better than some of the niggas that they had on there, even if they didn't have too many.
Even with Pop Smoke, they put Meet the Woo, right? They put 2019 Meet the Woo, which is a good album. But if we're gonna be honest, the album that he dropped after he died was the better album. The Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon album is better than that album. So why would you not put that album on there?
Bro, when I start getting in my bag, nigga, you could throw some Ty Dolla sign language.
He's not rapping though.
Sign language shit. I'd take that. Nigga, did you see some of the people they had on there? They had Doja Cat. They had Azalea Banks. Nigga, put Bryson Tiller up there. Put Bryson Tiller in that bitch.
6 Black.
That's what like I said, I put Ty in that motherfucker. Sign language was hard.
No, sign language was hard.
Like, if we talking about, like, obviously that could be a reach. I don't think it's a good album, but it could be a reach for as far as it being a rap album. But I think it's a better choice than some of the shit they put on there. And that's just an example of when we talk about Ty Dolla $ign, he's not even somebody that you're gonna really think about. And he got better albums.
And even like I said earlier, they didn't put the documentary. They put Get Rich or Die Trying, which is a great album. But I mean, with the albums that they put on, they could put the Massacre on there too if they want to just put on like 250 Cent projects. They had a million Beastie Boys projects on the damn thing. So why not throw in the Massacre?
How could you put the Beastie Boys? Niggas don't listen to music, bro. Houston don't deserve no top 100 anything.
I'd have let niggas talk, man. Let them niggas talk, man.
Nigga, your music wouldn't be as good as it is today without the influence of Houston. Stop it.
You just gotta let niggas talk, man.
These niggas be crazy.
You never know if a nigga trolling or he for real. But like I said, especially if we're gonna have like the Lil Nas X's, the City Girls, the Shrimp Light, all these people. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm getting mad.
Flying Low, I don't even listen. Like, that's a dumb. Like, that's not even.
Where you from, nigga?
That not even the Houston thing. What's the difference between Ty Dolla $ign and what Drake do? Like, that's not even. That even. You just tells me like I should have no conversation about Drake with you. That just tells me you don't listen to Drake ever. You listen to the singles that he put out. You listen to the Hotline Blings. You listen to the Hold On We're Going Home. You listen to that shit. You don't listen to the albums. You don't listen to the throwaways. You don't listen to the release. You don't listen to none of it. There's no way you can and have that statement. There's just no way. So there's no point in having a conversation about it. Oh, okay, my bad. I did all that rant without reading the whole damn sentence. I'm stupid. I did all that talking shit. I didn't even read the last goddamn sentence.
He said, "I don't show it on that." Hey, he got us. I
didn't even read the last sentence. I just start going off.
They put Astral at 200. They lost me off the rip. Hey, now that's crazy. Because you can put Travis, bro. There's so many people that you can put.
Because you like Birds and Trap better than you like Astral, right? But they got Astral at 200. And that's where Travis sitting. He's done after that.
No, that's nasty. That's nasty.
You don't got no Webby, Trill Life. Like, that was the little Trill Life saga he was doing was a little wave. I don't know. I don't know. People make their list. People talk shit about our list. You know, it's fun. It's conversation. Like, what the fuck's going on with the list? Who got the next list? I want to see the next list. War doing a list, trash list. What the fuck's going on with that list? This list, trash list. What's going on with that list? You know, that's how it goes. I can't wait to see the next gen. Next gen. What the fuck does even that mean?
That shit's gonna be horrible.
It's gonna be Yeet, YB and Corday, bullshit ass niggas who ain't gonna be here in 2 years. Like, just bullshit. That's all it's gonna be. That's all. But, you know, make the list because the list create conversation. That's what they do. That's what they're supposed to do. So make your list. Do what you gotta do.
This nigga said.
But see, when I'm saying Webby, I'm still in comparison to what the fuck's on this list. When Webby was like big back when I was like in middle school and people was playing that shit 1,000 times, I could have threw something on the list. I'm not saying he had to be top 50, top 100, top 150. He got to be like 200 or something.
Nigga, I tell this better than fucking Run DMC.
My tier list wasn't bad. What's wrong with my tier list? I thought a great list. I don't even know what tier list you're talking about. You're talking about the top albums, you're talking about the top artists.
Our tier list looked like a fucking god curated it compared to this shit. What the fuck?
Especially this shit. D-Friend just did what Bryce preached about these black women that ain't even read the whole message. He just went off. But I just see that Ty Dolla $ign and Drake. I said, all right, bro, I can't do this shit.
We talking about people like that in general, where motherfuckers just read the clips and go off anything.
Yeah.
Now y'all gonna piss me off though. We gonna have a Houston versus somebody city battle, and y'all gonna try to fucking watch.
We can't because they gonna not vote nothing for Houston because they don't fuck with Houston. But like Houston got.
We gonna watch them. I ain't gonna lie to you. We got some fucking bangers from Chamillionaire, Zero, Slim Thug, Paul Wall, UGK. Wow. Like, bro, bro, come on, bro. We got older niggas. Like, bro, y'all niggas don't understand Houston influence.
Big Pokey.
Can we throw Beyonce in there? Can we throw Travis in there? Nigga, bro, y'all better stop, bro. Y'all better put some fucking respect on our name out here, down here in the fucking South. Nigga.
If I play, see, y'all probably even know about like Bar Baby by like Big Mo. Like, it's like I can just play like that shit out here is like religious type shit. Like, that's like the Bar Baby. But y'all don't know about you from LA and Flying Lows from like Detroit or some shit. I don't know where the fuck he from.
And they gonna be playing some
See,
bullshit.
see, look, Flying Low knows Savage Life 1 and 2 was fire. But Wardu don't know because Wardu like YB and Corday, Vince Staples. I love these. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. We did a Rick Ross one. And I'd win that one.
Meek Mill?
Versus Rick Ross? His dad?
That's tough.
His dad? Like, come on.
That's tough. That's a
bro,
tough
Rick Ross would kill Meek Mill.
I don't know about that one. I wish we would. That might have been the one we should have did. I ain't know.
Oh my god!
I ain't know you felt that way.
I was fucking wipe my fucking ass with Meek Mill.
I ain't know you felt that way.
What Houston rappers? Why you saying Jerry Jones? See, look, this is you stay up there in South Carolina in the woods doing your little beatboxing, get your speakers. Jerry Jones is in Dallas. That's not even Houston. Oh, you from Flying Low from Chicago?
Oh yeah, Chicago. I see why you like this shit. We got Chicago. Big Hawk. Boy, y'all niggas crazy. Scarface. DJ Screw, y'all niggas crazy. Lil Kiki,
they don't know.
Big Pokey, y'all niggas Fat Pat, Lil Flip, nigga Game Over, nigga. Y'all niggas is out there. Man. Y'all niggas, we even got nigga throw a little song walk in there.
Man, come on, y'all. Hold on, man. Like this is, hey, y'all don't know about this. Like, y'all too
Got Paula.
Only Paula. Y'all don't know about that. Come on, man. Y'all don't know.
Nigga, we don't wash out with niggas like Kurt Cobain and Sauce Walker. Y'all better get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, maybe go. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into a whole thing, but you know.
I don't think y'all want that Houston smoke like y'all think y'all want that Houston smoke. I'm sorry. Trey, where you from? Because from where I'm standing,
he from North Carolina. Y'all got J. Cole. They got J. Cole.
Put Chicago and North Carolina together. We watching you niggas.
Wow, they got Kanye. They got Ye. They got Kanye. We got Beyonce, but y'all got Kanye.
I forgot about Kanye. But like, come on, outside of one nigga,
yeah.
Let's be real. Okay, y'all got Kanye. Great. Outside of Kanye,
you're gonna play Common. Like a couple of Chief Keef records.
How disrespectful to Chicago to only play one nigga doing a versus for Chicago. Y'all are so talented.
Bro, nowhere near Chicago. The only person in Chicago is Kanye. You talking about the drill rappers? I don't give a fuck about them. Lil Durk, he's great. Lil Durk is great. But I'll wipe out Lil Durk with Travis Scott. Like, I could take him out. I can tell every new Chicago rapper, I could just take them out with Travis Scott. And that's it. That's it. Trail, is North Carolina not country? What are you talking about? North Carolina sounds like some country shit. Y'all probably never mind. I'm about to say I still got the, you know what I'm saying?
North Carolina rappers. J. Cole, the Baby, and Moray. And Tusi, if you want to be a spicy.
Yeah, we'll watch.
Corday.
Oh shit! YB. Oh yeah, they got Corday. So put the guns down. Back away slowly. They got Corday.
We need to Pablo.
Give up. They got Petey. We need to give up. We need to stop. We need to relax.
Stunner for Vegas. All time.
Oh yeah, okay. No, we're not doing that. That's too easy.
They got rich in 4 months. That nigga hard. I ain't gonna lie. That nigga hard. But nah, y'all niggas crazy.
Yeah.
VA got Trey Songz. We got Beyonce. Do I need to look up Houston singers for y'all niggas?
Yeah, don't let me bring up Houston singers.
Y'all want to go there?
Ooh, we got is Lizzo from Houston.
Solange, look, Yolanda
Adams. Come on, man. He don't want that smoke, man.
Come on, man. What? I forgot her name. What her name at? LaToya Luckett. Y'all better stop it.
Man, we got Baby Bash too, man. Come on, man.
Bro, we got Trader Truth. Y'all niggas wild. Man, we got too much
beef for y'all boys. Devin the Dude. Look, we want some gospel? We got Lecrae. Man, stop it. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck
Y'all
out of
ain't got
here.
nobody. We will kill you niggas.
Yeah, you're crazy.
Who said Lizzo? We ain't say Lizzo.
I said they Lizzo from Houston.
Oh, that's funny. Shit, I'll take her in the verses, nigga. 2 songs
She
she
got some.
got.
She got some hits. Shit. But now you all disrespect. Like, even if you want to say like Paul Wall, Slim Thug, and like Mike Jones' careers weren't crazy, but in 05, 06, they was on fire. And I could probably pull at least 3 big time hit records out of each of them. And that'll give me 9 already just off the rip. And that's not even mentioned Trey the Truth, Bun B, Scarface, Lil Flip, Chameleonaire, like DJ Screw, Lil Kiki, Travis Scott, Big Pokey, Lil Troy, Big Mo. Shit, I mean, I ain't gonna say Ugly God. Ugly God got a little weak, a wonky little that water hit, but that's not, that's neither here nor there.
Bro, if you're not New York, Atlanta, or LA, I'm not trying to hear you. I'm not trying to hear
Honestly.
you.
Yeah, I think I can do that. Like, cause you got Kanye. I'll give you Kanye in Chicago.
But let's say you only can play 3 songs.
Let's say you only play 3 records from Kanye. I'll give you those. After that,
it's a long night, big dog.
Cause she even for the new people, we got Don Toliver. And then one of the greatest hip hop producers of all time is from Houston. I could just put DJ Premier out there, and if you want to go to old school boom bop shit, like, come on, bro. See, at least Flying Lows know 05, 06 was like that. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and act like Houston's been running shit for a long. 05, 06, when we had Mike Jones, Paul Wall, and Chameleonaire and Slim Thug out there in the mainstream, that was the big time. That was like the golden era right there. Now for the city, you think about like Big Mo, Big Pope.
You say 05, 06? I think all the way from like 2000s to 2005-ish.
That's what, no, it was like 05, 06 when they really got like real main.
No, I'm talking about, yeah. But I was saying like Houston rappers was kind of going in.
No, that's what I said. Like you got the people before that was like with the DJ Screw, the Screwed Up Click, and you had those people. But I'm talking like mainstream shit.
When's Zero first album? God, that nigga been around for a minute to me.
No, Zero never had no like. I don't think he's ever been like super mainstream.
I don't give a fuck about that. I'm just saying, like
if I play Mo City, I play Mo City Dawn.
That's what you're saying.
Everybody in this chat probably doesn't know what Mo City Dawn is. Who's talking?
Now I ain't gonna lie to you. If you don't know Mo City Dawn, you don't know rap. Cause my home, when I went to Oklahoma, all the schools I went to, bro, they know that shit. Like they were like, "Oh yeah, nigga, I know that."
That might be like a down south regional, like right here, maybe Oklahoma, maybe Louisiana, maybe like. Right
they wasn't from Bacon. It was people from all over America. Them like St. Louis, like all from all over the place. California, everybody know that song. If you don't know that song, you don't know rap, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah. Oh, the fire back on. That shit was going up all this early this morning. But yeah, we ain't gotta get on that. If you don't know, you don't know. That's fine. I don't really know. You can sit here and debate about you.
Now, I get what you're saying. Like you said, from 05, 06 or whatever, that's they hot. That was like when they was at their top. But like to say our dudes wasn't actively making good music, like Trey the Truth, Slim Thug wasn't doing that in 2000s for a little minute. Like, man, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Y'all niggas just ain't hip, and it's fine.
Yeah.
But don't be sleep. Like I said, if you ain't in them top 4 cities, you're not competing with Houston. Point blank, period.
All right, man. What else we got? Anything else?
You don't think Nas the GOAT? Well, he's not. Who's ever said Nas is the greatest rapper of all time?
A lot of like older hip hop people.
Who gives a fuck about their opinion? Who legitimately says that shit?
See, Wardu's saying something you just said. He said, if you're not in California, New York, Florida, would you say Florida? Or would you not say Florida? I'm trying to think of Florida.
I don't know. I didn't look up Florida rappers.
I wouldn't know too much about Florida.
He said California. I didn't say Texas, nigga. I said Houston. I said LA.
Yeah.
Oh, Texas rappers? I feel like we got Vanilla Ice. I don't think too many more rappers gonna get added to the list when we do all of Texas. So now I'm not doing Texas versus Cali. Charlie Boy.
I don't know. That's like something. You don't know.
Nah. I agree. Florida. Let's look up Florida rappers then. What y'all got? XXXTentacion. The niggas that sang to Making My Way
Kodak,
Downtown.
Denzel Curry, Flo Rida, Ski Mask Slim got Ace Hood, Trina, Plies, YNW Melly, a lot of like young. They had
Y'all
Rod
better put some
Wave,
respect on Houston name. Because the names you just list.
Smoke Ghost Perp, Uncle Luke.
Y'all niggas gonna ride the backs of
Yeah.
Flo
I don't know
Rida
about
and
that
Ace
one.
Hood. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Nigga, Philly? Who, Will Smith, nigga? Meek Mill? What's the nigga that
I think the thing what you're looking at is when you say these names, when you throw out Philly, right? Who are you? Are you talking about like fucking Freeway and Beanie Siegel? Like we're talking about hits. They don't got more hits than the motherfuckers from Houston. If you're talking about, if you're just picking like the biggest person from this place, that's like me saying y'all don't want no smoke with Toronto. Niggas are like, oh, I only know Drake. Maybe you say Tory Lanez, but like if I just throw any name, oh Detroit, oh yeah, I got Eminem. Okay, well fuck, y'all got one nigga. I'm throwing a rotation of like.
I think we need a quick 5-minute Houston run because these niggas maybe they just don't. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I truly, y'all niggas truly are fucking.
But it really don't matter what we play because they just gonna say it's trash anyways. Like I could play like, shit.
Detroit, y'all got Eminem, y'all got Big Sean. After that, what y'all got? What y'all gonna go to Motown? What we doing? Like, I give you Motown.
I'm Lil Kiki the Don, original screwed up click. It's a dedication to DJ Screw. I rep just take the chain. In the hood is where I hang on South Lee, that 5'9". We sipping oil, we tripping candy PA, the H time, it go down.
No one, Tone Bite.
Chill. I say, night down. I stay draped up, grip that, stop when I'm flipping that.
Worst listen ever.
See, I feel like these may be regional. Y'all don't know these songs, so it's like y'all won't even feel these records.
Y'all niggas crazy. Nigga, war dude. Legit. I ain't gonna say you dick sucking, but you don't know what you talking about.
Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about, bro.
This nigga put Meg in the conversation.
Now for all y'all who ain't heard of me,
Mr. M.O.E.
I'm a Southside living legend. A third one.
Shout out TSU, baby.
Street veteran.
It all started in 93.
Hey, I hate you. Ain't no, what you getting better than that?
With the dreams of
Coming up, ghetto superstar.
Running the forest.
Woo!
Through the streets of Third Ward. It was
Y'all don't know about Third Ward, that's why y'all don't know.
Shit, this your boy Zero.
Y'all niggas crazy.
I've been dealing with a lot of
Losing my mind.
before I think barely using my mind. My freedom is on the line and my sanity's gone. You picked the fine time to leave me, now this house ain't a home. I had no problem being faithful. I love you so much, I hate you because you left me when I needed you the most. So now a bitch is how I rate you. My female friends making you wonder, guilt got you feeling suspicious.
Man, y'all don't know about that.
Shit. Zero crooked. I know y'all been waiting on this.
Y'all niggas crazy, man.
Y'all don't know about this. I don't even give a fuck.
Shit. All right.
If you don't know this whole word for word,
If you don't know word for word, just shut up.
Just
Just shut up for the next 3 minutes.
All the father soldiers, man, south side.
East side, west side, west side.
You know what I'm saying? Now,
I don't know word for word.
Shit.
I used
Still
to for
feel
sure.
stressed. Still got to get something off my chest.
This is like Meek Mill intro. Like this is what this is. And I don't know what y'all do everywhere else. But that's what this is here.
Niggas be doing what they be doing.
I don't know though.
They don't know
Fuck it, we gonna stay too deep in the photo. So loud and banging all in my trunk. Trunk from the trunk, I ain't never been a bunk.
I blow on skunk.
I blow on Doja, military minded, I'm a
motherfucking soldier.
I
I just see that it is my fault. I know bitch, I see it still ain't a hoe. Let niggas know every day of the year. And I keep my point clear.
My niggas wanna talk
down.
down. Why you wanna talk down? I don't know.
In the
on my side. Bryce, you delayed. You delayed.
Alright, I'm a chill.
You delayed. We passed that part. We passed it. If I do a murder, flee the murder scene. I can't find no lean.
From southwest to southeast, bitch.
Shit, we got UGK. We gonna play this.
So, I typed the
That's
text
UGK,
to the
baby.
girl
What's
I
up?
used to see, saying that I shows this cute.
Man, y'all crazy. Y'all.
And that ain't even, we ain't even touched the surface. We ain't even touched the surface.
One of these songs chart on top 200. So y'all care about sales, or do y'all not care about sales? Do you care about what do you care?
Back in the day, shit like that was 200. Shit like grills. Like, what are y'all talking about?
Trail is, I think Trail's still in college. I think he's like 21 or some shit like that.
What's that other Paul? It had another Paul, but Paul Wall had some big hits. Slim Thug had some big hits, like a Boss.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
what are y'all talking about?
Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me.
Nigga put his phone number in the song. What are we talking about?
Now I'm hot hoes all on me. Back then, hoes didn't.
Break them off.
but yeah, y'all got it.
Pimp C, Trader Truth, bro. Y'all niggas don't know what y'all talking about. You know how many rappers talk about how they was influenced by Houston, nigga? Y'all just do not understand. Man.
My trunk, swing. All right, I'm done. Houston appreciation. Y'all can suck a big fat dick. I don't give a
I
damn.
gotta go back and download my music because I lost touch with my culture. I forgot, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? I got to get back in tune with my, you know what I'm saying? At least Flying Low is being like, what's the word I'm looking for? He's being, is it subjective or objective? He's being whatever. He actually probably knows. Like, he's like, oh, yeah, those was hits back in the day. Trail, you niggas still think Chief Keef is the greatest. So I can't even listen. I can't even listen to y'all.
Trail and Wardo a young nigga at heart.
No, Wardo just likes to play around and bullshit. He just like to talk. Like, he just, you know, whatever. He like to talk, do all that shit. He said, I remember when the switch was flipped on Mike Jones. But no, man, we got what else we got? We got anything else? We done beat the Houston. We done banged on the Houston banner for a little minute.
Motherfucking Trump was right.
Trump was right about what?
Biden being ass.
He
said it. He said, if this man get elected, we got August Alsina. When you talk about shit like by association, nigga, you don't understand. Well, let's move on. Well, he was just talking about how like inflation gonna go up, essentially gas prices gonna be ass, and what the fuck are we looking at, bro? I remember at least like 3 months ago, gas was like $2, maybe $3. The fact we almost at $5, nigga. I seen the gas was $4.79.
Yeah.
Nigga, our gas prices look like what California gas prices look like. So I only can imagine. Matter of fact, they said it's $8 a gallon out there.
Yeah.
Nigga, you're almost paying a box of fucking cigarettes for a gallon of gas. Nigga. Biden said, oh, I don't know what we can do. I seen people talking about putting some extra additives and shit to bring down the gas prices. But
the only thing about that is I don't know how that would have went. Like, That would be us. That would be us assuming. Like, I'm not definitely not here to defend Biden. I'm just getting to the political aspect of it. That would just for us to assume that if Trump was still in office, Putin would have been scared enough of Trump not to go to war. So now if you're saying like Putin don't give a fuck about Biden, he said, fuck it, I'm gonna go to Ukraine and kind of fuck up the oil supply because we put in sanctions and all that type of shit, then yeah, but if Putin would have went to war with Trump was there, then it would have, still been the same thing. Giving away all those stimulus checks and shit like that, if you look at the economy, it does have an effect because you're putting so much money, printing so much money into the thing, so inflation is gonna rise on its own. Supply chain issues would have probably happened with either president. So like, not saying it's not his fault. Right? He can't do anything to help it. But I thought either whoever would have been there with everything going on in the world, it probably would have still been.
I'm putting my money on Trump because we had a lot of the same issues dealing with inflation, dealing with gas prices with Trump.
But what you mean? The economy was cracking before COVID.
Because of Trump, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, a lot of times things catapult off of previous presidencies. Like, they're not like directly just this person, but they kind of like,
I think a lot of the things that Trump did help influence the inflation rate as far as him bringing back businesses here, him doing a lot of different things that he did. We could argue here. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I know things, so it'll be kind of stupid of me to do that. But I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. It only fits the Biden and Democrats narrative and how I've been seeing them and their careless spending, them wanting to get into another war. I just think that you could see them not being able to move smart a long time ago. Even with, you look at blue states, California, inflation high. Most blue states, their shit typically be higher than red states.
Yeah,
so
there would be higher?
Their price of living, New York, places like that, typically are blue states and they're higher. And I think it's a reflection of the policies. I think it's a reflection of the government spending.
That's like Florida, no state tax. Why wouldn't you want to live in Florida? Texas, no state tax. Why would you want to live in Texas? California, they tax you for everything. Like Texas, California on its own has like, what is it, the 7th or 8th largest economy of any country. Like this country, not even just states, like any country. So California wanted to be its own country. It'd be the 8th wealthiest country in the world.
Let's think about that. For a country that produces so much, for a state that produces so much wealth, why would your inflation be so high? Why is your price of living so high if you're producing so much money? Like, I can get to a certain thing, like, oh, that's how we want to raise up the value of the place. I can understand that, but that's just due to inflation, not because this shit looks beautiful and shit like that. Because Texas or other places are just as beautiful, and they got sensible prices of living.
It's because we don't tax the fuck out of everybody and everything.
But that's what I'm saying. For them to be doing all this and for you to be taxing people and all this extra shit, you would think inflation was lower because you had more spending and resources than a state that don't have that much resources to use because they're not taxing their people as much. That's what I'm saying. Like, even their identity and how they move, you would think, oh, that should contribute to us not having to worry about so much shit, right? But yeah, it's worse. And that just seems to be the constant narrative of the Democrats. So when Biden gets into office, we already seen how they want to collapse the country with certain policies and shut down, even though shutdowns didn't seem to be scientific. And like I said, they've shown bad economical
policies.
Essentially. So everything going up while he's in office, I don't think it's just a coincidence.
I don't even disagree because like if you look at blue cities versus red cities, just major cities, you can see that the disparity in, like, I guess you could say, crime and things of that nature, and certain policies, certain DAs that get in, and they like, I think in California now, like if you steal over $900 worth of shit, it's like you won't even get arrested for it. And it's like, what do you think that if you tell people, hey, you can steal $900 worth of things and you won't get arrested? So I could just steal anything as long as under $900. You gonna do nothing about it? You might as well tell people shit's for free under $900. If that's the case, because what am I buy it for? I'll go on Foot Locker and get how much are forces? With inflation, were they like 120 now? I don't know. I ain't got a pair of forces in forever.
Probably so.
Let's say inflation at 120 now. Okay, I'm gonna go grab 6 pair and just walk out the store like, hey, oh, can't $900, chill out. You know, that's just stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be the midterms are coming up. It's gonna be a big swing from all the polls that I've been seeing people speaking about. The Republican turnout is gonna be crazy. The guy in Texas, Beto O'Rourke, he's trying to get the people. He's trying to like get behind the kids who got killed in Uvalde. Like, hey, I'm gonna not get your kids killed, so come vote for me. But okay, I get that. I get the sympathy for the kids that got killed, but also, what else are you gonna do while you here? What else are you gonna fuck up?
What are you truly gonna do that's gonna actually stop that from happening? Nothing. You can posture and act, but what are you really gonna do? Nothing. You're just pandering to people's feelings and emotions. Like, what are you gonna do? Come on, bro. Changing gun laws, that shit is just surface level shit. I mean, like, you can say that, so, oh, he created some change, but I'm calling bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, they just passed a thing in the House today. I saw where they passed a legislation that it would ban people from buying assault weapons until they're at least 21 years old. That's what they're trying to do right now, and I get it. I think they be knowing like shit not gonna pass the Senate, so they just do it just to be like, hey, we tried, but it's those guys, the senators, that aren't letting it go through. We tried in the House, we got it passed here, but them guys up there, they're not rocking with it.
Let me tell you this. I ain't never in my life wanted to be a voter until I seen these goddamn gas prices.
Bro, so they got us going back to work, and I ain't gonna disclose where I work at, but they got us going back to work now. Only 2 days, like it's hybrid shift, not like we got to go every day, right? But they got guys going back to work 2 days a week. So the other day, I'm like, all right, get the kids. See you kids later. Daddy going to work. I pulled up. I said, I could have swore the last time I looked at this gas shit, it said, like, it's still high, but it was like, I could have swore it said 389. Why does it say 459 now? When did it jump up so exponentially in the past, like, 3 days?
It happened within, like, a week or two, bro.
Look, where you work different. None of your goddamn business.
It went from, like, because it hit, like, earlier this month or last month, it hit $4, and it went, like, to $4.10, and then it went back down to, like, $3.50, and I was like, all right, goddamn, y'all.
I do also feel like, especially with the government, that this is a like there is obviously inflation, but I feel like they also do this to semi-condition people to get used to these prices, because eventually you'll get used to this price. Eventually you'll get used to buying a 2-bedroom apartment for $1,600. Eventually that'll just be the norm.
If I'm not mistaken, I remember Trump bringing gas prices down to $1 or something.
I mean, there's like $1.89 or something like that at one point.
And gas prices had been high twos almost the whole Obama administration.
Stop all that weird shit. I don't like weird shit. We can find where you work. Get all that weird shit. I don't like shit like that. But anyways, continue.
But yeah, and I would believe for the whole Obama run, it was high twos.
Yeah.
Trump got it here, so I know for us it got to like $1 low twos, but for everyone, y'all probably seen it at the lowest it had ever been when Trump was in office, and I think it was to some of the policies that he signed when he did the executive orders when he got in. I think it was due to a lot of different policies that he made, and I can't lie to you, that makes me want to vote for him again if I can pay $1 something for gas again, bro. $5 for gas to me is fucking ridiculous.
Man, step your money up, big dog. Gas, man. Them Saudi niggas don't give a fuck about no money.
No, you right. That's my interpretation of the things. Like that's why I feel like I just got to go harder. 10x mentality for sure. If y'all want to read a book, so I don't disagree.
He said Trey would bring you lunch.
Ah, that's fucking hilarious. He gonna send you some flowers, D friend. You say you work Tuesdays and Thursdays?
He said level up, baby. Get that 10x rule, baby. Level up.
Yeah, so I definitely I don't know if you can hear me, but yeah, I definitely understand what you're saying as far as getting your money up, because it's gonna always be something. So,
but the thing about it is, right?
I agree.
I'm thinking about the thing that has affected me right now personally is the house thing. Right? So it's like, if I'd been working where I'm working at right now, saved my money, got my credit to a certain, level, I could have got a very nice house right before COVID, or right when COVID hit. Those same houses that I was looking at, that were, let's just throw a number out there. Say during the pandemic, they were $360,000 houses, right? Those houses now are $500,000. People, and I get what Warder's saying. It's simple, just to give every household with a median household and wage of $4,000 a year, monthly stipend of $2,000 a month. Trump wouldn't do that.
When
He wouldn't do that.
He probably wouldn't. But when I think about shit like that, and then when I think about the inflation rate, the biggest probably part of the inflation is that they're not giving the money to the people. Because I feel like if you was really giving money to the people, it's just gonna go back into the economy, which is gonna boost the economy. So I don't think giving money directly to the people is the problem. It's probably giving money to fucking Ukraine 3 fucking times, and we don't see any benefit to our fucking economy doing that shit. And that's just one example.
I'm not an expert, right? I'm not an expert. And also, the people who say these things could be, saying it for their own benefit. So when I say this, but when I see big time banker people saying like, hey, printing this much money in stimulus is not good because there's X, Y, and Z. I don't know if they're just saying that for their own personal greedy nature, or they really like, hey, that's going to cause a major spike in inflation, so we probably shouldn't do that.
I just don't think it would. If I'm being simple, I'm not going to act like I know the algorithm of the fucking economy. But let's just think of simple displacement. You take money from the top, give it to the bottom. It helps the bottom regenerate themselves and become a little bit better, and the money still goes back to the top. I don't get how the money leaves the system in a degree, because it's not like we spend money to so much money in other countries, like how black people don't spend our money, don't recycle. America dollar gets spent in America for the most part. So I don't get how.
Okay, so here this is why.
Fuck up the inflation.
This is why. So this is from Fortune.com, right? And this is an article. Andrew Yang says that the COVID checks weren't because of inflation, or aren't causing inflation. Other economists believe so. So money in people's hands for a couple of months last year, in my mind, was a very, very minor factor, and the most of the money has long since been spent, and yet you see inflation continue to rise. That's what Andrew Yang said.
Exactly.
The U.S. issued some of its largest stimulus packages ever to help support the economy during COVID, including sending stimulus checks worth up to $1,400 directly to all Americans. Direct payments soon became one of the most popular elements of the COVID-19 recovery plan, with strong support from both, Republican and Democratic voters. So economists largely agree on the broad causes of inflation. The COVID-19 pandemic shifted consumer taste towards goods rather than services, and manufacturers weren't able to keep up with the demand. So everybody got money, but everybody's buying goods. So like I said, when there's more demand, they're going to raise the price because there's a lot of demand. So that would also cause inflation to take place as well, I mean, that's basic economics. That's probably the first thing you learn, like demand and, price. So.
But like they said, the money that we had for the most part got spent within the first 2 months from stimulus. So I don't think, where's this money? Like when they say we're not using services, as far as what services, because that's kind of a broad statement, right? When they say buying goods, what they mean groceries, like, or what? Like,
there's anything, yeah. I mean, groceries could be. That's the thing. Like if you buy, if the shelves are getting unstocked and manufacturers have to quickly whatever, and it might cost them a little bit more. That's just how.
I think that happened for.
Price
I think that happened for a certain time period, but I think the average shopper, everybody's back to their regular shopping habits. I don't think the average American has enough to overextend themselves on goods. I just don't. And like I said, when they talk about services, I need a deeper explanation, because what are we referring to? It's just too broad to understand. But I don't think the spending habits of the average American is the reason why we have such a, when we talk about percentage of inflation, this is a high, like this would be like hundreds of percentage of inflation when you talk about how fast these things rise.
That's about 8.5%.
So in general, inflation from a house going from 300K to 500K is only 8%.
That's a different like metric though.
That's what I'm just saying. When you
But
take the total inflation of every different things in general.
But that also goes to value of the home, and now homes are more expensive to build because it's harder to get the material because they got shortages. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but the same thing happened. The same thing happened with used cars, though, and you can't use that same reason for talking about the building properties and things like or building materials because these cars are already built. Everything went up.
I mean, the house is already built too, but they're still like going crazy.
I was referring to, like you said, with the new houses and things like that.
Even houses that have been built.
Well, like, I get it because I get what you're saying.
Oh, my bad. You go.
I get what you're saying because you're saying all new houses really can't get built, so people gonna invest in old houses will bring the price up. But I was just saying to that point that that's still a big rate of from 300 to 500, and you saying that because the new houses couldn't get built and there's such a market for people buying houses right now, it went from 300 to 500K just in 2 years. I'm calling.
But even for cars though, it was hard for them to produce a lot of new cars because they couldn't get the chips. So for the car companies, I mean, so now the used ones aren't as valuable when there's more new shit pushed out there. But now there's less new shit, more used shit. People got to get cars. Now I can hike the price up on these used cars.
I can understand that, but I would think the fact that these are average purchases. This is not something that's just out of the ordinary. Because I still would just call cap because they're saying the average American still had money to go even buy used and new cars like that. I just don't think so. Like not during after COVID, like people was recovering. I don't think people were just buying that much shit. I could be wrong, but even then, like stocks are still coming back to normal. Stocks still haven't really hit. They're just now hitting pre-COVID times. So when we talk about spending, that don't even reflect that. And I don't know. I just call cap. I don't think our inflation is directly reflected on our spending habits.
I don't think the stimulus is like the only factor, but it plays a role in the factor. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't even think I was arguing about the stimulus. I think I was referring more to the pre-COVID times and then people talking about them saying they went from goods to services and things like that. And like people's spending habits technically. Because they said the money that had to do with the stimulus, they said they didn't really affect it and that money got re-spent early. So that's not going to cause a big inflation gap because. But
you got to also think though, not just stimulus checks. Imagine all the money they was giving people that's unemployed. Extra, like it's good. Like if you can't control it, because COVID fucks you up. So like I'm not against giving people the extra. Was like $600 people was getting extra.
Yeah.
For whatever. Like that's just money getting pumped in, and everybody wasn't. Let's keep it buck. Everybody wasn't using that shit. Just like I gotta hold this to pay my rent. Like motherfuckers, it's not bad shit. Like let's say when you got your stimulus or when I got my stimulus, I use that shit to pay off credit card debt. I use it like in that type of way to kind of get myself.
I did too.
But you got a lot of people was probably buying some bullshit.
But so you telling me the money they got from unemployment was enough to cause inflation like it is now? I still don't think people were spending more than they did before COVID. Like, yeah, they were spending money in COVID that came from, they got.
Some people were making more money from unemployment than when they was working at their job. So I'm making excess money now. I really couldn't spend that much. Now I'm making excess. And I ain't doing shit. Fuck it, I'm spending money.
You're right, but I think like they said, like he said, that money got put back into the economy pretty quickly.
But it can be, but it got re-put into the economy for goods. And if we buy too many goods, they can't reproduce the goods. The price is going to go up. So
my thing, if goods are being bought, why aren't the services not being able to be used? Like that's what's confusing to me. How are those two separate things?
I don't know what a service is. Like when he says services, I don't really know what he's meaning when he's saying services. Like I could be like services, like fucking. I don't know. This is like stupid. Like haircut. Like what's this? I don't know when he says services. He's talking about like car, like mechanics, or is he talking about like?
And that's
I don't know what he's speaking about when he says services.
That's what don't make sense to
me.
Like,
my brother was buying all top shelf. Because even look at people when they get the income tax. It's a thing. It's income tax season. About to spend that money. About to see people with them paper tags. They about to go all out. People spend the money when they get the money.
I don't think that should cause an inflation. My thing is, I think that's bullshit reasoning.
but it's the supply and demand. If you buy more
Nah,
shit,
I like I said, I hear their reasoning, but
and even
I
you
would
gotta pair that. You got to pair that also with, like they said, chip shortages, which increase price on certain things. You got to increase that with a lot of people can't get shipped over here. They can't get their shipments. There was a big what's that called? What the fuck is that called? Like when the containers were all blocked from being able to come in and give shit to Walmart. We got food shortages now, like because things can't get delivered and all that type of shit.
Like I said, I'm not buying that being the reason for inflation. I just don't. You talk about us being a warmongering country. You could talk about us pulling out of Iraq. I would believe some shit like that is more of a reason than some the how people are spending. I just don't buy it. I just don't. I understand supply and demand to a certain extent. Oh, I understand it fully, but I'm saying I get it to a certain extent.
The gas thing is like, if Russia was one of our biggest, exporters or whatever the fuck it is, giving us oil, and now we don't fuck with them. Now we got to try to find gas. They're gonna charge us an arm and a leg now. Like, oh, y'all need our gas. Like, the demand for our gas is more. So, motherfucker, you gonna get charged more as a country because when it's a lot of shit, like, oh fuck, there's a million fucking toys, so we can't really charge you much. But this is the only place that has these fucking toys. I can charge you whatever because you need this shit. So it all ties in like that.
I can kind of get the gas shit, but to me, it's like I said, that ain't us, our spending habits. So I can understand it being some outside shit like that, but don't say it was our spending habits. I just don't believe it.
Inflation is the biggest issue, but the only real solution for me is universal income based off your annual salary. That'll be a temporary band-aid. And gun reform will obviously be the biggest campaign topics for midterm this year. I think they just want more people in heavy debt, and maybe people were living in their means. I mean, yeah. And now after that, shit's a lot more expensive. Shit's gonna be like a lot harder for people to get certain things. Like I said, apartments. If you look at rental houses, right? Look at rental houses. You got the shittiest rental houses going for like $2,000 a month. Before COVID, that was probably like $1,400.
For one example that they may not have named for the reason that inflation, motherfuckers just so happened to be burning down 18 food processing warehouses that fucking are like major establishments in the American backbone of technically our food chain supply. And then you can blame people who's over shopping. No, you niggas are literally. I think it's the Democrats because it's similar shutdown shit behavior. But that's the real thing. Why have 18 food industry plants been burned down within like a 6-month span?
Yeah.
It's clearly intentional. It's clearly meant to do something. And I think little shit like that is why inflation's high.
Well, that would only go for like, I guess, that industry, for chicken, while the chicken would be higher. That wouldn't.
It wasn't just chicken though. It was 18 different types of plants.
It would go. I was saying, but it would go for like the food, but not like everything overall in general.
Yeah, but I think little shit like that, and I'm pretty sure it's other shit that I'm not. I mean,
everything. Like I said, everything is a factor. I'm not saying that our spending habits are like the numero uno, but that does play a role.
Man, fuck that. It's these bullshit. I mean,
you can say fuck that, but I
get what you're saying. I'm not saying that it's not a legitimate point, but I'm saying I think it's more due to these niggas' bad policies and these niggas' bad negotiations, these niggas' bad tactics as far as getting into other fucking people problems and shit like that. Like, nigga, if you knew Ukraine problem was gonna fuck up our shit this bad, stay the fuck up out this shit. Because American people can't afford this shit.
At the time, it's like, oh damn, they fucking up Ukraine. We feel bad for them, but it's like I said,
I don't feel that bad.
At the extent of
they racist as fuck anyways. Give a fuck.
It's like at the extent of what? Like, yeah, you made, and it's always like, yeah, we make promises, countries like, hey, we're gonna protect you and do this, but it always feel like, hey, aren't there like 10 other fucking countries that are part of this? Why are we typically the ones? I get it, we're the biggest, whatever. But still, why are we carrying all the? It's kind of what Trump said. Trump said he was getting out of. This thing about Trump, right? Trump said he was getting out of some deal. I forgot what it was. He was getting out of Paris climate, some deal with all these countries. Because he was like, we spending all this money and we ain't getting shit back really. So until you other people who are part of this conglomerate, whether it's England, Italy, Paris, whatever, y'all got to pick up y'all's weight because we ain't just going to be footing the bill while everybody's sitting there reaping the benefits. So once we figure out a better agreement, then I'll come back in because y'all taking away shit from what we got going on over here. So when I see you, like I feel bad y'all getting blown up by Russia, yada, yada, yada. But when you see, oh, hey, we just get them $40 billion, it's like, couldn't that $40 billion been used for something over here? Can we build like can we go drilling for some oil? Can we do that here? You know, but like I said, they're gonna see in November. It's not gonna be they're gonna try, they're gonna fight, they're gonna, racism, they're homophobic, they're hate black people, they want to get kids killed with guns. Like they're gonna do all the things, but at the end of the day, like I say, when you do all that type of talking, when you talk about racism, homophobia, transphobia, they want to kill kids, gun reform, you're talking to the motherfuckers on social media. You're not talking to Bill that got his middle lunch pay and that got to go to work every day. You're not talking to him.
Not talking to me.
Y'all don't think that motherfucker matter, but rest assured, there's a lot more of Bill with the lunch pail than there are you on social media. And I always said, Democrats, y'all would have had an easy road. Trump's loud. People don't like him. They're all put by him. But when y'all started fucking with the regular everyday person, whether it's telling parents that they can't decide what their kids learn in school, whether it's, hey, I'm going to lock down you from going to your business. When you start fucking with regular people who don't give a fuck about voting, you shoot yourself in the foot.
I'm one of them people. Y'all niggas, I'm just going to click red. I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to click red. Because at this point, what you said, gun violence, what you said, police brutality. Yeah. I may be speaking too soon. I might bite my tongue because no, this is a crazy world. But I would think this inflation, these gas prices at this point is more of a threat to me than fucking those problems. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, at what rate does it stop?
Oh, like when does it settle out?
Does it go to 5? Does it go to 6?
Yeah.
I would think not, but come on, bro. Like, seeing that shit jump up $1.
It's a lot of talking points for the midterm. It's a lot of shit they got, like Wardu said. It's a lot of shit going on.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie to you. Everybody voting for Biden, I think that shit mattered. I'm starting to think the policies and shit that he's putting in, that shit matters, bro. Like we said, this nigga approval rating and the economical approval rating is like the worst since President Carter. That's not because of, oh shit, he just got a bad turn of the American economy and the way that it goes down. People are smart. People can be like, you know what? Yeah, we understand that's some backlog from Trump or some shit maybe some other presidents did. People can tell that versus like, nah, it's shit that you directly affected that's kind of fucking up the shit. Especially these people in these higher places. Especially people that pay attention to this shit. You know how Bill was. Bill watched this shit. We know we talk about Bill with a pail, but we actually know a Bill.
No, we're talking about
that
Bill
nigga
with the millions.
He woke up watching stocks. He woke up understanding history and economical things and policies.
When I was growing up and we see him now, I'd be like, bro, why is he watching this shit every morning? Now, I get it.
But he'll be correcting them. He'll like, they'll say some shit. He'll be like, idiot. President Carter did that. He's the one that implemented this shit. Because he's so invested into how, the economy affects him. Yeah. And I'm starting to understand shit like that too. Ain't no way in hell everybody feel like you the fucking worst when it comes to this shit. Like, ain't no way in hell. Because people shit on Bush. People kind of shit on Obama overspending. We can shit on all type of presidents. But, nigga, you are reaching all-time lows. Come on, bro. That's only been indicative of almost what everybody said that didn't support Biden. We kind of knew this going into it. He wasn't fit to be a good president. And Uvalde shooting.
I agree with Wardo on that.
Uvalde shooting. What are we going to do? Gas prices. What are we going to do?
It was like, but all that shit matters because it's like people, like you say that Uvalde shooting shit, right? And and parents, they're against that. They hate
That'd
that,
be
right?
hot.
But then when you see what's going on at Dallas, when you see like, oh, hey, drag your kids to Pride, and they got like, hey, bring your kid to the drag queen show. It's kind of like, yeah, I don't want my kids getting killed. And I'm not saying there's a comparison. Like, would you rather your kid get killed by an AR-15, or would you rather them go to a drag show or have teachers in second grade trying to teach them, like, hey, you don't have to be a boy or a girl. You could be whatever. Like, it's like these things like that because, you know, there's a lot of shit going into the damn, a lot of conversations. Because like that Dallas shit, like, you got to look at people who don't speak out about shit like that. It's like y'all motherfuckers speak out about everything else. But y'all see kids getting pulled to a drag queen show. Now you gotta look at their parents like, what the fuck y'all doing? But y'all call out everything else. You can't call that out, or you? I mean, I know you're scared. The fear is like, oh, I don't want to speak out against this community because if I speak out of them directly, I'm gonna get backlash, which I think is so stupid. I think that's just the way shit is nowadays. This same thing I spoke about earlier when I was talking about Lil Nas X. He says BET is homophobic now because BET didn't nominate him for an award. But I was like, bro, last year they had you making out with Homeboy on the stage. You were doing a performance. That was homophobic. They wouldn't have let you do that. But now they're homophobic but you're using that because you already know people are going to be, BT like, oh, we don't want the gay backlash. We're going to, you know what I'm saying? And also, you know what I thought about today too? I think it's kind of like black people. When you start to see shit on social media that like gets trending about black people that you would think that black people would be mad about, I would say the average black person doesn't give a fuck about that.
At all.
That's how I feel about gay and trans people. The shit you see that people get mad about on social media, the regular gay person that's living their life, they like, why the fuck are they doing that? You making it harder for me to live my damn regular life with the bullshit you got going on social media. That's truly how I feel. It's a loud minority of whatever minority groups.
I think mature gay people for sure.
But I think really, of course, like not the ones that are like, you know, doing
the social. I mean, obviously they're gay, but the ones that's like, you know, on social media advocating for certain things, I think they love any conversation because they could, you know, flip it themselves.
Yeah,
but
I think the average, like when I work, like at my job, I got some gay guys. They're real cool. They're not. I don't think they're those people that are like yeah. They say, hey, we're about to ban y'all from getting married. Step for your shit. That's like, you know, you want to get married. That's cool. But the other shit is like I feel like Lil Nas uses the gay thing as a facade. He's probably really gay, but like the feminine part, he uses it as performative. Not really. That's what he does on a day to day.
I told Carrie, I said, that nigga ain't gay. She was like, nigga, what? I was like, I mean, he is, but that nigga, it's something wrong with that nigga, bro. Like, I think he's really just a sellout and would do anything to gain popularity. And he know, obviously, gay people are super supportive.
He pulls that card when he can. That's what it feels like. You might really be gay, but you're going to pull that card when you can. Oh, BT don't nominate me? They homophobic. You know you could pull that card. So you're going to pull it whenever you feel the need that it's you know, privilege for you to pull that card. Because you know you're going to get the support. I saw someone say, you know BT is homophobic. I'm like, they let the man make out with another man on national TV last year on the stage. They was grinding. It was nothing but men grinding each other on the stage. They did that performance wasn't something surprising to them. You rehearsed that with them before you got on the stage. So I just don't get the logic. But like I said, it's like a card for him. I'm gay. Don't say nothing to me. All minorities use that card when they can. Something happened to a black person that it wasn't really racist. They'd be like, I'm black. Shut up. Don't talk to me. Don't critique me. Don't do nothing.
Minorities with victim mentality.
Well, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like the one who just pulled the card for any reason. Now, if you have a legitimate reason, I'm not going to say, oh, you're pulling the card. No, you have a legit reason. Something's literally happening to you because of your whatever.
Yeah. For someone to say they don't get support like Lil Nas X is ridiculous. For you to push satanic shit, for you to push negative stereotypes as far as like men being sexual with each other in jail, like, and people still support you, because I wouldn't think that's something that you would even allow on mainstream. Like, I thought WAP was kind of extreme as far as a song being put on mainstream, but I can understand that you blur out the shit. But some of the things that he pushed and that how like his video was able to be like upfront and personal, like people got to see that. Like, I think that's just vindicative of support.
Yeah.
And to act like you get hated on, bro, like no, bro. Like the shit you talk about and do, bro, I think is risky. I think like nigga, you still can't cuss on national TV. You still can't say certain words. There's certain topics that you can't say. And what you was able to do, I think you were pushing the limit, but no one's gonna say anything about that because of you being gay.
Yeah, I think people just. But I really want to talk about this, but I don't want to talk about it because it's like I don't want to. I don't want to get into it. It was just so cringe when I seen it because it just.
We at the end. Only the true followers gonna watch this.
It just feels like pandering. It just feels like how we talk. It's like we talked about last time. It's like we were talking about Dwayne Wade and his trans child, right? And how we feel like he's kind of using that as okay, you're supporting, you don't want your kid to commit suicide, possibly, whatever. You're dad. I'm not gonna the dad shit. If you want to support, I don't care. That's my thing. But like when I sometimes feel like it's a little pandery, is when I see shit like. Let me see if I can find it.
For a short example that you said, you don't want your kid to be in suicide. You don't want to put your kid in harm's way, but yet you market him in a way that you know that's going to be put in a limelight that's going to maybe spark these ideas.
Yeah, so it's like with Magic Johnson's child, I think Magic Johnson's child is just gay, but he dresses like a girl sometimes. You don't see Magic on the front lines like, hey, EJ needs to do this. And his son's grown. His son's an adult. So at that point, it's like, but you're doing it to a child. Like when you got the picture of the child kissing the other child, it's like, what are you doing? And then he said, this is what quote, Dwayne Wade fears for his daughter's safety, Zaya's safety. So I get it because trans people do be getting attacked. But I don't know if this your child specifically will, but I get it. Says it took him years to develop the confidence she has. I went years without telling my chef that I don't like cilantro on burgers. Took years to have confidence to say, like, what does that got to do with? Like, you're just saying, like, it's like this, you're just trying to say some bullshit. It took you years to tell your chef that you don't want cilantro on your burger. Like, why are you trying to act like you was some weenie? Like, what are you talking about? That just feels like my daughter has so much confidence for being herself. Salute. I wish I had that confidence to tell my chef I didn't want cilantro on my burgers. It's like, what are you talking about? You gonna tell me Dwayne Wade in his prime wasn't like an alpha male telling people what the fuck? Like, I don't know him, so maybe he wasn't. But like, that's your comparison. So I could have told my chef I didn't want cilantro on my burgers.
I don't even believe that's real.
Like,
I don't even believe he would be in that situation. You talking about somebody you pay? Like what?
A world-class athlete is afraid to tell his chef what he's about to put in his body. Like, come on, you just saying shit.
Yeah, directly putting your daughter in the eyes and the words of skepticism, and you know how difficult an adult can bear, how hard adults barely can even deal with that. Nigga, you think a kid can deal with that? Then you gotta think about as they get older, these skepticisms are not gonna go away, or criticisms are not gonna go away. Come on, bro.
Yeah, I was watching so the Daily Wire, like the conservative like network, they put out a documentary called like What's a Woman? And he's talking like trans activists and trans things like that and people, you know, of that nature against and for. And when he sit down with some of these people, you can just see it's kind of like, all right, I get you doing your thing, but it's like they're not even making no sense. And they're like PhD doctors, and they're like, because he was asking this lady, clearly looks like a woman. Clearly you were, at some point in your life, a woman. Clearly. Well, she's like, well, I can't tell you what it's like to be a woman because I'm not a woman. It's like, but you look, I mean, I guess, I get it. Everybody do what you want to do, but if we get, all right, I'm done. You'd have to watch it. You'd have to watch it to really get what I'm talking about. But
no, I understand. Like if you're not mistaken, you think she's biologically a woman, and you would think that she can relate to being a woman.
She was a gender affirming psychologist. So you went to college. You're talking to me. And I'm asking you, hey, what's a woman? You said, oh, I wouldn't know because I'm not a woman. But it's like you were, but you're all right. I got you. Listen, I don't care. Live your life. Let me try. I don't care. But when we're having like, I think it's different from just like talking shit about people. Like, oh, fuck y'all. Y'all are weird, abominable. That's different. Like, let's have a like conversation about this, because your beliefs. If I ask you about the Bible, you can kind of break down your beliefs. If you believe, if it's an ideology, because they call it gender ideology, so there's an ideology behind it. If we're talking about, we should be able to have a conversation about it. Why this? Why that? Who this? You know what I'm saying? We should be able to have a conversation.
If anybody else was having that discussion for any other type of conversation, people will look at them weird when they kind of give a response like that, knowing a person's background or knowing a person should be able to at least tell you some things that. So it's like we don't want to offend them, so we don't push the limit, and don't want to come off as disrespectful. But when we talk about just having a basic conversation or a basic debate. They don't even want. They skip around questions and shit.
Yeah, I'm talking about like an ideological conversation. Like you say, you are a gender affirming therapist. Like that is your job. I'm a guy who is interested in learning about the ideology. I'm asking you simple questions.
Wait, you said she's a what?
A gender affirming psychologist or therapist?
So you should study the psychology of men and women. So why wouldn't you just on a psychology level know how to at least explain a basic? To say you know everything about a woman, okay, I can understand that. But even on that level, so should I question your credentials? Like that's what happened with anybody else. But I caught that when you said it real quick.
Yeah, but it's like, teach his own. Do what you want to do with your life, man. Like I said, it don't affect me, so I don't personally really give a fuck. But I'm talking about in the space of intellectual conversations. Not just like, oh, look at you. You're a dude who wants to be a girl. You got a dick. Ha ha. Like, not that type of shit. But just like, hey, let's have actual, like, let's talk. Like, what's going on? I'm really curious. I want to know. But yeah, that's all I got, man. I've been standing up for the past 2 hours.
You're doing a standing up thing.
Yeah, I feel like it's more, you get the more, you feel the juices.
I was going to do it too, but I need to get a better, like, camera angle.
Yeah, I mean, I got a rising desk, so I get lifted up and lifted down.
Oh, that shit decent.
I want to going down, baby. Let's go to the ground. But I'm not gonna go back down.
Hey man, y'all check out my channel. I dropped the video today. I'm gonna be dropping some more tomorrow.
I try to see it, but for some reason you uploaded earlier. That bitch wasn't working.
It should be up now though.
I'll go back to it. But yeah, that's all we got. Salute to everybody watching in the chat. Like I said, y'all love that little gay shit. What am I about to say? No show for me tomorrow. I'm gonna drop the clips though. I gotta work during, like I said, Tuesday. This is my new schedule. Tuesday, Thursdays probably won't be no shows unless I do like a pre-night recording of something. But I'm gonna put out clips from this show. I'm gonna put clips out from the show I did earlier today. So that's what'll be out on the channel tomorrow. So appreciate y'all for watching. I'm gonna debunk you. He wanted to debate you so bad, but I'm just talking, man. I don't want to debate you, but anyways, that's all we got. Make sure you subscribe subscribed already.
Surprisingly, I was on the side of the woman.
Hey, surprise! Things are changing. But no, that's all we got for today, man. We'll be back. The next thing we're gonna do is, I think, the actor tier list. Probably the black actor tier list is probably what we're gonna do next. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Stay ready. But yeah. It's late. I'm going to bed. We'll see you guys next time.